Okay, we're going to look and see how your basic My Excel program should look. What I have up here first is a TXT file, a text file, or you could have a CSV file. Basically, it's just a plain text file that's a comma-separated values. So we have basically 3 columns of data here, all separated by commas. And I have another one down here. This one here. It just has 2 columns of data. Let's see. I'll show you that again. Where'd that go? I can call either one of these to import data into my program. So this is the one I'm going to be calling. So you'll see that my first column will be my X values, and then I'll have a Y1 and a Y2 data series. They are over here. I close that down. They're over here on the desktop, and you'll see I also, well, I guess you probably can't see it, but up here above I have my Excel.py. So it's also the program I'm working on is on the desktop also. Your program and your 2 import files, it's probably best if you just keep them in the same directory, and you don't have to worry about writing out a path to find the file. You can just type the name of the file in. So I'm going to show you how this program, the basics of how this program should work. You can of course make it a lot better, but there's certain basics you have to do. So I'm going to be down here in this thing, and by the way, if you're ever in your IPython session and you want to just clear it all out, you can just probably guess and type clear, and there we go. Okay, so I'm going to come up and I'm going to push play on the program. And so here's the first question asked is how many data series are you going to plot? So remember in the basics, you could either do 1 or 2. I'm going to do 2 data series. And then what is the name of your CSV file? It was example2.txt. What do you want for the title of your graph? I'll do my amazing graph. Enter label for your x-axis, coolness. Your y-axis, nerdiness. Enter a hex code for the graph background color. I'll try to do, let's see, yellow. So that'd be, no, let's do cyan. That'd be no red, so RGB 0, 0, and then I'd have FF. I'd turn all those on. What would you like your PNG file to be named? Okay, so we're not actually going to have a graph open up this time. We're going to, you can if you want, but you need to close it also after you're done. We're going to actually save the file to our desktop as a PNG, so I can type all this stuff in, and I can have actually a file that I can embed in a web page or turn in for something or whatever. I'll just call it pick. And plotting, and it says your graph pic.png has been exported. Enter Q to quit or any key to make a new graph. So if you look over here, right here, you'll see on the desktop it just showed up. So I'll open that picture. So it's just a PNG file, and if I open it up, here's what it looks like. So here's the data that I showed you in the first file. It's imported in, it's graphed it. The background color is cyan, which I said to do. There's my title, there's my y-axis, my x-axis. If you want to go crazy, you can actually, maybe the user could choose what color these lines are, what kind of marker styles are. There's a lot of things you can do. One of the other things you had to do was you had to make a vertical black line at the y-axis and a horizontal black line at the 0-axis, just in case we're in negative numbers like this. I want to kind of see the actual axes for the origins. And then the other thing you had to do, which is probably a little harder, is in the legends for stats. You see the slope and the y-intercept for both of these trend lines. You have to put trend lines through these lines also. So there's my my exported PNG. Pretty cool. I'll go ahead and close that, and I'll go ahead and let's try it again. So I can press Q, and that'll quit the program. I can press any other key, or I can just hit return, I guess. So let's do it again. How many data series are you plotting? Let's go ahead and, well, let's do it. Let's do 1 this time. Let's do the other one. What is the name of your CSV file? This is example 1.txt. You gotta just type in the name of your file that you have that you're gonna upload your data in. What is the title of your graph? One graph. Enter label for your x-axis. Acceleration, and your y-axis is force. Hex code. Okay, let's try to do yellow this time. So that'd be RNG, FF, and 00. And let's call it the same thing, so it'll overwrite the picture. So it does it, and there you go. See, look it up there. You can see it turned yellow. And I'll go ahead and open that up. This is graphing my other data, which was I had as a perfectly straight line. So the slope is 1, and the y-intercept is 0. -0 on here, I guess. I could probably try to fix that. And you'll notice the stats graph, I've put location best. So it's going to always kind of figure out from your graph where this legend should go. And so there it is. That's how it works. It's really cool. Really good. Let's go ahead and do another one. But this time, let's see if I can crash the program. So how many data series are you plotting? I'm going to put 3. I don't have anything that I'm going to do 3 with. So it says enter an integer between 1 and 2. So it won't let me do that. So I have to choose 1 or 2. So I have that. I've caught that possible that error. Let's put in S amount. Enter an integer between 1 and 2. Okay, so it's just going to make me do it. So I'll put 2. What is the name of your CSV file? I'll put E. It says there's no such file or directory, E. And so I have this printing out. This is actually the error message. I'm having the exception, E actually printed off. So it tells me that that's the case. How many data series are you plotting? It's going to make me start over there. So 2. So I'll make that in right this time. Example 2.txt. What is the title of your graph? I can't really screw this up. Even if I put in numbers, it'll just think that's a string. What's the label of your x-axis? 4. What's the label of your y-axis? 7 or 6. I can't screw that up. Enter a hex code for the graph background color. Ooh, can I screw that up? Let's do. Let's just say X. What'll it do? It doesn't do anything. That's strange. Interesting. Doesn't do anything. What would you like your PNG file to be named? I'm going to call it pic. Plotting, it's going to do it, it looks like. So, what color did it do for the background? Because I put in a weird color. And you'll notice that the background color is white. And so, in my decision in my program, I had it catch the error that it knew that it wasn't a color, and it would originally tell you that that's not a correct color. Please enter a correct color. I did that a couple times, and then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna if they're messing up, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. I'm not gonna ask them for the color again. And so basically, I tried to catch the error. If there was an error, I actually went ahead and put in for the background color to be white. So I didn't want people to get hung up on the program, and maybe they don't understand hex codes or how to put in colors or something, and so I didn't want them to be struggling with it. So I went ahead and actually, if I caught the error that was not a correct color, I went ahead and made the background be white. So that's how I handled that particular error. You could handle it any way you want to. But the point is handle the error. So this program just keeps going until I'm going to quit, which I think I will right now. So I'm going to do a Q, and of course, whether you put in uppercase or lowercase, it should work on this. So I put in a Q, and it says goodbye, and my program's done.